Happy Monday, LHS. This is Mr. Eiderdijk. I'm here with Shay and Catherine. I'm just going to ask them a couple questions. First of all, Shay, how are you doing, and how's the first week of virtual learning gone for you?
It's been pretty good so far. Been playing a lot more games and Xbox Live with the buddies, but obviously not being able to go out as much is kind of tough. But finding things that keep me occupied is, it's keeping me busy.
Awesome. What about you, Catherine? How's your first week of virtual learning gone?
It's been pretty good. I've been able to keep busy with schoolwork because my teachers are starting to give me a lot of assignments. I get to hang out with my family and my dogs a lot more, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. So it's I know one thing for me, it's been, I'm not a puzzle guy, but we've definitely pulled the puzzle out of the bottom of the game cabinets, and I'm just finding myself doing a lot of things that I wouldn't normally be doing just to kind of stay entertained and busy. So, Shay, what do you miss most about school or being in the building?
I think some of the meetings, like we would have FCA, and just being able to see everyone during lunch is kind of nice. And the organization, I find myself being a little more disorganized and kind of off schedule here, but yeah, just being able to see buddies and friends at school is probably the thing I'm missing most now.
What about you, Catherine? What do you miss most about school?
I mean, it's kind of like Shay. I miss like seeing all my friends every day and hanging out with them at lunch. And then I also just miss being able to like see people I like don't hang out with like outside of school and just seeing everybody.
Yeah. For me too, guys, the social piece is the hardest, right? We can find ways to continue to learn online and stuff, but I think that's a cool point, Catherine. Like, there's a lot of people that you have their phone number, you have their contact information. And so it's probably a little easier to stay in contact with those close friends, but there's so many people that we come across and encounter every day that are, friends or acquaintances, or we're in a class together, but maybe I don't have all their information to continue those relationships and stuff. So that's a good point. Hey Shay, what's been your favorite virtual class and why?
I like World History Africa right now because Mr. Plum's on top of it. He's pretty tech savvy and knows what he's doing. So he's been sending out some pretty good information and stuff for us to look at. A lot of videos, which are, easy to get a hold of. So he's been taking care of it really nicely. I like that class for sure.
Cool. Yeah. What about you, Catherine? Catherine, I know you well enough to know that you're kind of a virtual online learning genius guru. You've done a lot of college classes online and things already, but what's been your favorite virtual class from the high school?
I really like my band class that I'm doing. Ms. Olson set it up where it's really easy to find everything, and she's makes it so it's like really interactive. And later today we'll do like a virtual scavenger hunt and stuff like that. So that'll be fun.
Cool. That's awesome. Have any of your teachers surprised you with their virtual learning skills, and in what way?
My math teacher, Mr. Hogsett, is kind of goofy. He's still got the old TV in his math class. So if he watches this, he probably won't like it. But the fact that he was getting videos and everything up is good. I think he was poking fun at himself too. He almost forgot to press record on one of them. So I've been impressed with that. It's funny to get a hold of his stuff.
Sure. What about you, Catherine?
Mr. Street has impressed me the most. He's not the most tech savvy person, but he's been able to do like Zoom videos every week and put up videos and assignments, and I've been really impressed.
Yeah? Does Mr. Street have a chalkboard still somehow?
No, he's using an iPad now instead.
It's interesting that you both have mentioned math teachers as the ones that have.
It's kind of ironic.
If there's something there. But it's definitely, you know, even within my department, it's very clear that, you know, some of us are more comfortable with technology and even throwing our head in front of a camera like this than others. And so it's definitely a new thing for a lot of us. But so since you're both seniors and graduating this year, what's been the hardest part of not being in school this last semester of your senior year? What about you, Shay?
Well, I think for friends it's pretty easy to get a hold of and always be talking with them. But with teachers, you know, you can build that strong student-teacher relationship, and I think just not being able to, you know, personally thank them, or, you know, just say bye before the end of the year is difficult. But on the other hand, like, we have Zoom, we have email, which allows for, you know, some way to manage it. But that's probably the most difficult part, is just saying bye to, you know, your teachers and even really good friends that maybe you don't talk to as much.
Sure. What about you, Catherine?
The hardest thing for a lot of my band stuff got canceled. So we haven't had our last festival concert that was supposed to happen next week. And so District Souls and Ensembles were canceled. And then like the pit, I won't do pit orchestra anymore for musical theater, and all of that like last final stuff. That's been the toughest to deal with.
Sure. And it's also, guys, I mean, just thinking about it myself, like, so much is still kind of unknown, right? There's some things that are coming up that haven't definitely been canceled yet, but we're kind of, it's on our minds as to, hey, are we going to have a graduation ceremony? Am I going to get to walk across a traditional stage, and what's that all going to look like and stuff? And so I think that's something that probably, you know, most of your peers are going through, and you know, for seniors, there's so much of that your senior year. And, you know, even for the students that aren't seniors, they're dealing with, you know, their athletics being canceled for the spring, or, you know, like you said, band performances and things that you've been working on for a long time. So I just want to like recognize that, you know, those are hard things. Like, you know, we always talk about there's a once in a lifetime kind of experience. You're only a senior once. Mm-hmm. And so it's hard. I think we all recognize that. And as teachers and people that work at the school, I feel like we're missing those things just as much as you guys are. I certainly don't want to ever think about how we're going to do graduation online. That might be something that we have to do at some point. So I just want you to know we're all thinking about unique ways that we can still, you know, if we do have to do that, how are we going to do it? How can we make it special still in some way? So so my last question, guys, is what are your plans for next year? And have your plans changed at all due to the current situation that we're in? What about you, Shay?
Oh, ironically, I just got off the computer with my parents. They were hassling me on applying to LCCC. I'm looking to get into the nursing program there. They offer, you know, their RN. I was talking to you about that. And so if I'm not able to get accepted into the RN, I'll be looking military. I want to go train as a medic. And I haven't decided what military branch yet, but that would be a second option if nursing doesn't work out.
Awesome. And I just want to point out, because everyone's going to be watching this video, you know, we still, as counselors, still want to continue to help you with those decisions. And if there are students out there that, you know, are looking at different options at colleges, looking at different options for majors, looking at, hey, I want to get in contact with a recruiter. How do I do that right now? We want to help you with all of those things still. So definitely get in contact with us. What about you, Catherine?
So next year, I'm planning to go to South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in Rapid City, South Dakota. And I was accepted into that school back in the fall. And so this current situation hasn't changed that. But being able to like talk to like admissions counselors in person, I was supposed to go down there in a couple weeks to do like an acceptance students day to like meet all like the other freshmen coming in. And so that's changed it. But
I'm just wondering if, like, have they canceled orientations for that school, or are you still doing orientations?
They haven't said anything about orientation right now. It's still like planned. to go as it's still continuing to go, but they said they give us more information later
Okay,
because that'll take place in August. So they'll tell us more information as the date gets closer.
cool, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks guys for getting on here with me today. I appreciate you guys. And, you know, I just want everyone to know that I know I put a goofy video out pretty recently just saying that I'm bored staring at a computer screen. So if anyone wants to get on and Zoom about what college they're going to next year, or I'm so disappointed about prom that I just need to talk to someone about it, and by the way, that's not officially been canceled yet.
Yeah.
You know, we're available, and we want to continue to be your school counselors and work with you all. So thanks, Shay. Thanks, Catherine. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Okay.
You too. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.